Hello and welcome back to Desmin's Creek, our 5th edition live play that meets on Wednesday nights. Last time, the party was making its way through the Underdark back to their home city of Volinar, with the woman, Claire Evenhand, who has adopted the disguise of Serena. The strangeness of that being that, as far as any of them or most other people in the world knew, Claire was leading the country of Bromdor for the last 10 years. But the person that they have acquired appears to be the true Claire, has definitely not been doing that. And as their journey through the dark and dangerous caves continued, they faced many potential threats and dangers. A tentacled, aquatic monster from another dimension that tried to sink their boat. Adventurers come to try and take what powers their companion Vulcan, and some malnourished intellect devourers that were wandering the caves. Their latest threat appears to have been a purple worm, which would not so much have fought them as simply accidentally run them over on its way to do whatever it does in the dark depths, which, according to their new friend, a drow named Valodel, is building the tunnels of the Underdark as a revered creature he calls builders. This man has given them shelter in his little cave, an offshoot of one of the main thoroughfares that they were following back to Volinar. And they are slowly getting acquainted with their new best friend and his affinity for mushrooms, which is, of course, something that he and Reggie can relate on. Unfortunately, the last minute or two of last session got cut off by Twitch being stupid. So, where we left off, Valodel was asking Reggie to explain the importance of these mushrooms to the rest of the party, and, why they should be excited for this party that they're not invited to.
I mean, excited is not the right word. The right word is jealous.
Yes, there you go. You should be envious that you were not invited to this party with Valodel, who gets a +1, not a +6. Though
it's just it would be awkward, like it's just
one person a +6, everybody a +6, and then we need like 70 times the food. It's a whole thing.
I have...
Like, there are only so many toadstools for people to be sitting on,
Oh my goodness. How many toads are at this party?
I do want to say, when you were talking about us being, accidentally eaten by the purple worm, the name was Jerry for the purple worm?
It was. That one I remember, because Jerry is my default name that I give everything.
It just, in my mind, it was just like Jerry running into another purple worm. I'm just like, hold on, wait. No, I don't want you to panic. But you have adventurers in your mouth. It's like, oh god.
Here? No. Here? Left? No, your other left. Over here? No, you're not even close. Just go eat some rocks, see if you can get them out of there. Oh, that's making it worse.
Now their blood is everywhere. It's just... ugh.
So adventurers are broccoli, is what I'm learning today.
Yes.
Anyway, in the absence of the name of this incredibly important Amanita that I have shamed myself by forgetting.
The world is better for her existence, and
Yeah.
we are better for being made aware of her existence.
A bright light in the dark. Anyway, so
Reggie is going to begin, like, describing and, like, going into as much detail as people will allow him to and that he knows. So I suppose, do you want me to roll a nature check or something
to,
like, see what Reggie actually knows about that?
Let's see how much good information you're giving.
You know what? I'm using my inspiration.
I didn't like that roll. I want to be smart.
I mean, that is technically better.
And it's unfortunate to hear, but it just means...
At the 13 on Reggie's nature.
Alright, so, you're giving them... You're not misleading them about what Amanita are, but you are embellishing things a lot as you're finding, like, the small details and the exact intricacies of the genealogy and their place in the whole biosphere you're finding it very difficult to put words to it that you feel like your audience is going to understand. And so you turn to more lighthearted children's story for storytelling for this.
I do get my 21 base on my deception to speak with confidence.
There you go.
About this mushroom. I rolled a 2 on die, but I can't get lower than a 10.
There you go. All of you become educated VeggieTales style on Amanitas. You had shared both a flask of water with the man who, upon you holding it out to him, had said, "Well, hold on. What about rule number 1 of the Underdark, which was trust no one?" At which point Reggie had offered to take a swig to prove that it wasn't poisoned, and as soon as he began to move to do that, the man darted forward and snatched it from him and said, right, but let me test it first."
Well, he doesn't want to offer poison to his guest.
And then he gave it back to you after drinking a large swig.
Yeah, because he tested it for poison, and now he can give it to his guest.
And now he can give it to his guest.
It makes sense.
He's a very good host, extremely gracious. And then you shared your grandmother's moonshine with him. Which, in addition to being an excellent paint remover, is good for getting drunk sometimes, if it doesn't kill you.
And this man appreciated it.
He did. He began to reminisce about what he called not the good old days, but the blank old days. Emoting that it was the moonshine that made the days quite blank and good. So, you are all here in this cavern, having heard, known the rumble of a purple worm as it made its way past. You also know, both by your map and by Valodel's own declaration, that you are close to the surface. You'll be able to rest here and then make it back to the surface the next day. So, I guess he's going to look around as he's, finishing what he can of this alcohol, and then returning it to Reggie, and he says, "Right, sleeping. You all probably need to do that. You're welcome to pitch your bed camps here. I'll watch the door."
I would like to make an insight check to judge how likely Reggie thinks it is that this guy is going to murder us in our sleep.
All right. Yeah.
Since like he's made clear that he's made clear that he has caused others to die, not that he has killed them.
It's true.
And I'm not confident that that's not just because it was easier to cause them to die than it was to, like jump them.
It was just convenient. Or funny. Or both. Yeah, go ahead and roll your insight.
It is a 26.
Okay. He seems, while very drunk, incredibly sincerely concerned with being a good host. Like, this would be odd if you had if it hadn't been that you appeared to meet a man starved for interaction with other non-mushrooms.
I mean, mushrooms are fun in, like the right doses. But
I see what you did there.
Yeah, I'm proud of that.
You should be.
So Reggie is gonna. That's very kind of you, and he is gonna start getting ready to rest because I imagine he is just exhausted. Does not want. He's so far from home, but so close. He's like, I can, like taste my wife's cooking. One day I will be back in Volinar, the best city in the world.
This is like, you're like 4 days out in the Underdark. This is like the longest you've been away from home in a good while.
Absolutely, and he's very homesick.
Now, this is not just a conversation between Valodel and Reggie specifically. Well, the rest of you are here in this scene. If you have any questions for Valodel or concerns to express to others about sleeping here, now would be the time to raise those. Okay.
Yeah, leave somebody on watch. Just in case, this insane man does something insane.
Are you, whispering that to the party?
Yes.
Are you doing
Thank you for
anything to
volunteering.
try and make sure he doesn't hear you calling him insane?
I would try to, yes.
Okay, so you should roll stealth.
Oh, it's an 18 on die.
He also got an 18 on die.
So it's 23.
23. Let's do a roll off. One more roll. No addeds. Okay, that's
19 on die.
unfortunate for him. What'd you get?
19.
Okay, you got a 2.
That feels appropriate, honestly.
He's just sort of like standing there, like bent kneed in front of the
He's keeping watch on the door.
the thing, yeah, the door. And he just says, somebody did a great job on this door.
I'll help you keep watch.
You're not getting away from me this time, door. Alright, so if a couple of you are going to set up rotating watches, are you going to treat them like normal long rest watches?
Don't see why not.
Alright. So, I've been allowing the 2 hours of watch. So only 4 of you need volunteer for this. So if Morrigan and Vulcan are doing it, then who be the other 2?
Probably like a volunteer.
Twilight. And who's 4th watch?
I nominate.
I don't know that I have like a candle or something for like a not porch light for Reggie to see by. To be able to.
I nominate
you know,
the
have
paper
a-
pusher.
You nominate the mushroom?
He said the paper pusher.
The paper pusher, Desmin.
I did watch.
Last
And
night.
that's the next step.
I got friggin' do watch again.
We are sleeping again.
Sounds
Gosh.
fake.
You're sleeping in a place that isn't safe like the Syndicate. You have this guy over here who's really obsessed with mushrooms and is now drunk thanks to somebody.
I gotta name names. This is not productive, you know?
Right? Those fingers could be used for something other than pointing.
Fine. Guess I'll give you more time to work on my new form.
I didn't know you were a martial artist.
You know it's not that form.
I do. But it's fun to imply that it could be.
On the soul coin form.
The soul coin form. Yes. Gotta make it legal. Everything's gotta be on the up and up.
Yeah.
Make the illegal things power source legal.
On the down low, up and up.
Tiger's Eye. It's like the down low is not supposed to be up. That is why it is down. And also low. Alright, so the 4 of you, please give me your perception rolls as you spend some time.
Fallen well tonight.
I'm going to take the watches in the order in which the rolls appear in the channel. I like
That's
that
the wrong channel.
the last thing in the channel is the frog moaning video.
Those perception, like those, do we use passive?
If your passive is higher than your active, please put your passive in there.
Yeah. So, because I rolled a 9, so.
There you go. So your passive's going to be 1 higher than that.
Well, the 17, I think this is the first time Vulcan has been perceptive its entire
He's very
campaign.
focused.
Wow. Alex getting the high rolls. Shit.
I mean, I have a 6 in perception. I rolled a 14. I would call that mid. It just helps that I'm good at perception.
I'm
You're the second
mid.
highest roll in the group.
Yeah, but I mean, like, so often it's like, okay, Alex, what'd you get? Well, I got a 1, but that's only because I rolled a 2. Seeing a dirty 20 over here is like, be still my heart. Hold up. I didn't know you could do that.
Don't get used to it.
What if I do?
Especially since a lot of the roles you make me do are never the ones that I'm actually good at.
That's part of the funny of it, though.
I need to do insight on more people.
You're pretty good at it.
Yep.
Or like make a Dex character, since I'm always asking for those.
You know, I would, but once again,
Somebody has
most
to
of
be
the
the strength
time,
character.
I have to be the tank.
You can be dexterous in a tank.
Hey, don't tell him about my Dex Paladin.
Look, this is my second campaign. Let's not jump to the crazy stuff yet.
We can always just... Anyway, Vulcan. The rest of the party beds down, scattered variously around this room that is Spartan, but, you know, you can see that there are stacks of minor supplies in places. Again, the shelving, you know, made of the natural alcoves in the walls, with... you know, makeshift adhesives of mud and things like that, containing foodstuffs, mushrooms, supplies, different little assorted knickknacks and things, all primarily geared towards survival. You don't see a lot of frivolity here. And as the room quiets, as your party begins to drift off to their respective sleep, and the hum of conversation dies away to the rhythmic breathing of your allies, you feel the caves around you, the tunnels, as they hum with a quiet sort of life out there. The buzz, the electric synaptic buzz of small creatures, insects. Even the mushrooms seem to have a buzz of life to them. The drow, Valodel, for a while continues to stand bent-kneed in front of the door, simply staring into the depths of its wood, before letting off a sigh and seeming to sag a bit as he stares at it, before turning back, seeming to survey the room behind him, and locking on to the dim glow of your blue eyes. And he shuffles his way carefully among the sleeping forms to you, and kind of sits down. It's physically looks like a plop, but you don't hear the thump of body hitting ground. He's controlling his descent to the ground the whole time, which is an interesting level of dexterity for somebody who has acted, spoken the way that he has, and supposedly been drunk off of moonshine. And he's going to be sort of staring at the side of your head as he sits next to you, not saying anything for a while.
Okay.
But as the silence grows and he continues to be there in your periphery, clearly contemplating you, you're going to feel this tension build as he clearly either wants to say something or is about to say something.
Okay, I'll turn my head to him.
And you're going to see that he is staring intently into your eyes as you turn toward him. He's going to say, "I wondered if that would work."
If what would work?
You would address me because you could feel that I wanted you to.
Well, it did.
Do you not find that interesting?
I suppose.
Many living creatures are able to feel the intentions of those around them, if not as such, more an autonomic response to the perhaps it's pheromones, but there's a tension in the air. And I wondered if you were going to be sensitive to it as well.
That is interesting.
The mushrooms know that you do not decay like those around you. He sweeps a hand, indicating those sleeping. Yet you have a personness to you, unusual to your material, don't you?
Yes, I am a unique being.
How does that feel?
I'm not sure what to tell you. It feels like being me.
That is...
I've never been anyone else.
That is a very reasonable answer, and one I appreciate. You cannot tell me a comparison to my experiences. You haven't experienced them. Tell me, were you a person before now? Like me, rotting?
I have no memories of such.
But it is possible.
Well, recent circumstances have made me wonder.
Interesting. I hope that wasn't overly traumatic for you. Facing
It was
what
more
we are.
uncomfortable.
He nods, kind of sagely almost. Though it's hard to call what you've experienced of this man sage. But you wish to continue on, don't you? Just as any of us seeks to slow our own decay and experience this world a little longer. I imagine that to be similar for you.
Very much so.
Have you considered what happens when you don't decay? But all others do?
Not much. I have not been alive for very long.
Really? But you know much, and you seem to be experiencing much that many others don't. Why, your group found me, and I haven't seen too many others. At least not so vibrant as your group.
Yes, I have been... My father created me with the intelligence of an adult. I learn quite rapidly.
That must be a very interesting way to exist. Well, let me not trouble you overmuch with my musings. I simply didn't get a chance to speak with you earlier, and you fascinated my mushrooms. My friends.
Okay. Good talk.
I am sorry that I can't take you to the party tomorrow.
It is alright. We have pressing business.
Well, that is good to know that I am not disappointing you so greatly. Anyway, Anyway, he looks around the room, says, I'm going there, and he moves over into the corner, sits down, and just stares at you from across the room.
Okay. I will continue my watch.
Your watch continues, cycling out to 2 hours. Nothing happens beyond this. Valodel continues to sit in the corner he indicated, now and then humming himself a very soft tune, very often watching you. You continue to feel the buzz of life beyond the door. The caves, though stone, are alive, but nothing comes hunting. Not for you. Your watch concludes.
Okay. I will wake up Twilight, then sit down and plug in my batteries.
You do so. They glow brightly before you close the compartment where you installed them, indicating that their charge is moving to you. Twilight, you are awoken by Vulcan.
Is it my turn?
Yes.
Yeah, joy. My favorite part.
You take Vulcan's place, watching over the sleeping group in the dark room. Things are quiet, aside from the sounds of small creatures moving through the tunnels beyond the false door. You hear the creak and ribbit of frogs or toads, the buzz of insects, amplified by the curving tunnels. Now and then you hear the belly drag of something larger, but not purple worm-sized. You spot that Valodel is watching over the group as you are, but his eyes seem to linger on Vulcan. He sits in a corner away from the rest of the group, rocking back and forth and humming to himself quietly.
I want to find out if Vulcan's had to talk yet.
If Vulcan's had the talk.
That is what I said.
Just making sure I heard correctly. Do you say it out loud?
Quietly to herself, but yeah.
With your passive perception, you are going to notice that Valodel has stopped humming and seems to be rolling his head back and forth on his shoulders. And then he also whispers quietly into the room, but loud enough for you to catch. He says, well, he was created an adult and given a great amount of knowledge, so it is likely.
I'm just gonna leave that where it lies.
What do you feel? He says, continuing to whisper from across the room. Traveling with someone who is not alive in the same way you are.
Curious.
Do you envy his immortality?
No. With the life he lives, it doesn't matter what you're made of. Something will get you eventually.
for elves, it always seems the younger races scurry about, getting themselves into trouble that would end them sooner than their natural years are already chasing. Many of them still somehow make it to what they call old age. But even as an elf, I have never faced down eternity. I have difficulty imagining it. Your watch, Twilight, is going to pass much like this as Valodel muses quietly into the darkness and seems to hope for, but never ask for, a response. So you can carry on quiet conversation or ignore him as you desire.
She'd likely carry on conversation. Yeah, I personally don't necessarily know what to say.
He does seem to be kind of fixated on this idea of eternal life, and he keeps coming back to Vulcan, who you know has an artificial body. Though it was never discussed with Valodel, he does seem to have figured that out. At least not discussed in your presence.
Yeah.
But again, your conversation is quiet, you are ever aware of the breathing of your compatriots, and the small sounds of creatures beyond the walls. But nothing comes looking for you. Valodel remains in his corner, not messing with any of your friends, and seems lighthearted, if not happy, with the discussion.
And I'll try to wake up Morgan from a safe distance. Seems like the type that might come up swinging.
I whip her.
I was thinking like throw some pebbles at her.
Morgan, you start
Yeah,
getting
throws a little
hit in the
like
face
toss.
with small pebbles while you lay on the ground.
Fine, I'll get up.
Thack, as one of them bounces off one of your horns and clatters across the stones.
It's fine, I said. I get up. Stop it already.
Assuming she actually gets up, the stones will stop.
No, she does get up. Yes.
You get up and take Twilight's place. Everyone else is asleep, scattered around the room. It is darker, though still you're able to see it through your dark vision. As the torches have been put out, and Valodel is sitting in the corner, his hand on his chin, his chin on his hand, as he seems to be contemplating things, well awake, lightly humming to himself. Your perception? With your perception, you hear small sounds outside the door, but the tunnels seem relatively quiet. Valodel remains contemplative for a long time before he seems to, you see his shoulder suddenly quirk a little, and his eyes trail over to the door, and he says, "Young miss, would you help me with something?"
I just glare at him.
It will be important to the safety of your friends, I promise you, and quicker is better. He's going to rise from where he sits and move slowly toward a shelf where he rummages a couple of items on it.
Okay, sorry, I think I blacked out a little bit there, like the internet.
Oh,
Because I missed missed something you said there, I think, because
Alright,
suddenly
so-
you were in the middle of a sentence.
last time I heard you speak, you said you glare at him.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, he... after he said that it was important, I said make it quick, but that apparently got caught out.
Okay. Yes. He's going to rise, move over to this shelf and rummage it for a second before turning back towards you, holding a small, roundish object in either hand, and he's going to raise his eyebrows at you before pulling one of his hands back and making to toss it at you.
Okay.
It's not going to take much skill to catch, as he's tried to get it to you and done an alright job throwing it. Do you catch it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright. You catch it. It seems to be a small, clay container, with an open top. And there's something inside of it, like the container has some, viscous, substance inside of it that you can see with your dark vision, though you can't tell what color it is. You can see that it's got kind of a lumpy texture to it. And as soon as you're looking at it, trying to kind of understand what it is, you get hit with a very foul smell off of it. Not feces, but rot, decay, old milk, things like that. It's a very unpleasant smell, but you only smell it when you're looking, when you have the container close to your face.
What is this? Please tell me you didn't piss in it.
I will not make that promise, but it is a deterrent. If you would, he's going to move over to his makeshift door, reach 3 fingers into his pot, and begin smearing the contents of it around the edge of the door where it meets the stone.
What's this for?
Well, you might not have been able to hear it, but there are a couple of predators out in the tunnels around this time every night, and one of them is getting close, so I'd like to give it a reason not to get any closer. So if you can help me seal the door...
You better not be pranking me with this.
Well, if I am pranking you with it, it will be quite funny tomorrow.
Not when you're without a head.
Well, that would just be rude. He continues quickly smearing the foul-smelling substance around the edge of the door, and he gestures. He makes some quick signs in Underdark Sign Language, saying, "Do the same quietly."
Yeah, I will. Reluctantly.
It is unpleasant to touch. It is like reaching into poo.
Ugh. Disgusting.
And once you have spent a couple of minutes helping him to seal around the round door, you are going to finally hear as a creature, multi-legged, thumps its way down the tunnel outside. You can hear it snuffling around, seeking. You don't know what it is offhand, as there are a lot of creatures in that size category that might hunt by smell, and you're not terribly familiar with the Underdark as it is. But you do hear it as it gets closer and closer to the door, and he waves a hand at you to quietly distance yourself from the door as he steps back over your sleeping allies as well. And you hear it snuffle near the door, and it immediately whines and backs up, and you can hear as it tries to get whatever the smell is out of its nose, and then you hear fast, multiple, multi-pedal footsteps away as it seems to be escaping the smell of whatever you've put there. He laughs in the dark, says, "She won't be back soon." He's going to hold out a hand for the clay pot he gave you.
Yeah, I'll hand it back to him.
He's going to put it back on the shelf and resume his place in the corner and say, "There are a lot of creatures out there, and displacer beasts are smarter than most and twice as ferocious. Wouldn't have wanted getting in here. Nothing else happens during the rest of your hours with this man. He remains quiet, seeming to sense that you don't want to talk to him."
Yeah.
You may end your watch if you wish and wake Desmin. Rouse. That's the word I was looking for. Rouse.
That foul-smelling thing.
Yep.
It's still there, right?
Yep.
It still stinks, right?
Yeah. It's like, it's not so strong that it's going to, like, make the room awful. Like, he had the containers open that whole time and you never noticed it. But, like, if you get close to the door, it becomes very noticeable.
Okay, I'm gonna smear off a little bit of it, and then I'm gonna smear it underneath Desmond's nose.
That's horrible. You just gave him a Hitler.
So mean.
As soon as you were like started mentioning it, I'm like, I know what she's gonna do.
You like do this and then quickly go get in your bed?
Yeah.
All right. About a minute passes before you start here.
Oh God! What is that smell?
Terrible. The room is... I want you to make a Constitution saving throw to represent holding in laughing at your prank.
Yeah, but
You need
I should just put the kid at that.
You need to get an 11 or better.
Oh yeah, no, I got way better than that. Got a 19 on die.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and con save is like a
It's a
fighter
fighter
thing. So
thing,
that's
yeah.
23.
All right. Yeah, the room is quiet. You hear a couple of, discomfited noises as you rouse noisily, Desmond, but nobody responds to you immediately. You look around the room with your dark vision, and everybody appears to be asleep, which is honestly troubling because Morrigan was supposed to be on watch until your turn. But you can see the only one who appears to be awake and alert is, Valodel.
I can't get it out of my nose. Ugh.
You're gonna see the drow kind of squint his pale red eyes across the room at you as he says, "I think you need to get it off your nose first."
What?
He's gonna just like wave his finger under his nose, like brushing a mustache down toward his lips.
Desmond's gonna just like quickly like wipe his hand over his nose and area and just like look at it.
It looks, you're relying on dark vision, so you can't see colors, but it looks like poop.
Did someone shit on my face? What is
Make
going
another
on?
Constitution save with disadvantage.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I honestly think the rest of the party's probably getting woken up by this shouting.
Oh damn. One of the dice got stuck in my dice tower, so I had to roll it again. And it landed on a 16, the lowest, so...
It is very difficult to maintain your cover, but you barely manage to keep your breathing steady and even as he shouts about people shitting on his face.
He just keeps wiping as much as he can to try to get it off.
Valadel's going to like make his way over to you and crouch down next to you and sit, and he's got a little clay pot in his hand, and he says, "Wipe it. Your fingers dip in here. Don't drink whatever it is, though. I don't think. Yeah, don't drink it, but you can use fingers."
Desmin will quickly nod and like dip his fingers like many times, and then wipe, and then dip his fingers, and then keep wiping. So finally, like he thinks he doesn't feel anything else on his lip.
Yeah, you get it cleaned off. What he gave you, something that was at one point potable water. It is definitely not potable now.
And it may or may not be water.
He continues to crouch there for a moment, just sort of like looking into the clay pot with your filth drifting through it. And he says, it's kind of funny because when I first started talking to the young woman, she was worried that I was playing a prank on her.
What? Who?
Rat.
Do you say that to him?
And she will say it, she will whisper it between her breath.
He just sort of said this a little ominously as you said who. He just sort of shakes his head and goes, "There aren't any rats in here. I ate them all." Well, anyway, I guess that means it's your turn, he says, like, putting a hand on his knee and pushing himself, to a more standing position, and returns the container of water to where he fetched it from.
Of quote-unquote water.
Quote-unquote water.
Yes, it's my turn to keep watch as well.
Wait, is that what you're doing? Watching?
Yes. Four eyes are better than one. Or two, I guess.
I mean, that's true. I just thought it was your turn to keep me company.
I mean, I can. I'm going to be working on a form while I'm awake, but I guess I don't mind.
Oh, he kind of like you see his shoulders sag as he says, "Oh, there was a misunderstanding."
I mean, I can talk while I work on the form.
I don't want to put you out. I just ooh, yeah. I mean, it's been a while since I've had any humanoids to talk to. The mushrooms are great, but every now and then you want to find out what's going on in other places, and I just I assumed that like people were staying up to talk to me, like as a way of saying thank you for giving you a place to sleep, and I shouldn't have made that assumption.
Desmin, literally, he was like halfway pulling out the sheet that he's going to start working on, and as he kept talking, he just slowly closes his little
Messenger bag.
Messenger bag, and just and puts it back down to his side. He's just like, you know what? I can work on it later. It's all right. It'll be better to spend the time with you.
Oh man, you don't. I mean, like I said, it's my fault for misunderstanding. I don't. If you got work you gotta do, it's just, you guys seem pretty interesting, and like I said, it's been a while, so I just thought, we could, talk about what's going on. I mostly just know worms and darkness these days, and staying away from the city of Onyx.
No. I can work on it another time. It's not necessary for the time being.
All right. Well, then, if it's okay, I have a question.
Sure.
I mostly stay away, right? If I notice somebody's coming through the tunnels, especially with a drow, because I worry that its Lothsworn come to finish the job. But I've still managed to stick around and hear a few things out there. So I want to know, did something happen recently? Because, I swear a few times over the last... He waves a hand in front of his face as fingers go up and down as he seems to be thinking about numbers. He goes, years, I guess? There have been Drider, but they're not... Usually, I mean, when I lived in the city of Onyx, okay, let me just back it up to there. Drider were fervent agents of Lolth, seeking to mete out punishments for transgressions against her, and I heard Drider shooting the shit. Which they don't do, in my experience.
So for my understanding, Onyx is different than Umberlight, right?
Yeah. The city of Onyx, even what you've
That's
learned just in
still
your
under
current
Lol.
mission, it may still be under Lolth's rule. Okay. It definitely was. There are implications that you got through your recent mission that Umberlight is seeking to change that, and may be succeeding.
Okay, yes. Okay, I remember that now. Okay.
Yeah. But this guy might not be aware of Umberlight, or Umberlight's situation.
Well, Umberlight, another city here in the Underdark. I'm sure you might be aware, at least aware of it.
Never visited, heard it's pretty, very Lolthy.
Well, it's not very Lolthy anymore.
He, those eyebrows rocket upward. He looks at you. He leans forward. Says, really?
Yes. What was the goddess again?
Illustrate.
Illustrate, yes. They actually follow Illustrate now, and it's possible that Onyx might be starting to sway that way. It's not a definite thing, but maybe based off of what you have heard in the passings of others from there, that could be happening.
That's surprising. I know I've been out of the news loop, if you will, for a long time, but I did not expect a shift like that. That is interesting. Well, alright. I guess perhaps I will increase my ranging and see if maybe after the party, he looks around the room a little, maybe a move is in order.
Yes, maybe.
Umberlight, Illustray, you said.
Yes.
Huh. Huh. You were there recently.
Yes, we were at Umberlight.
Huh.
And it seemed like a very good city.
And you're not secretly a drow?
No, I am not.
Huh. Huh. Umberlight. Alright. Alright. Seemed a good city. Illustray. Surfers going there. Wow. Wow. 70 years is a long time, isn't it?
Yes. Quite a long time. Is that how long you've been out here?
Yes, as I said earlier. I've been
You've done a very good job of keeping away for this time.
Well, let's say that I was motivated. And I had good help between the lichen and the mushrooms. Probably wouldn't have kept my sanity without them and their parties.
Ah, yes. They've helped us a few times as well.
Good friends to have. And boy, can they party.
I'm sure they can.
When you get the right combination of mushrooms, the chemistry is astounding.
You know, we actually came across some moss that partied as well at one point.
Rainbow moss.
Yes.
Ah, I love those guys. Except for the purple ones, as I told your friend Reggie earlier. Purple moss is an asshole.
Yes, Reggie is, he befriends them quite quickly, all of the mushrooms, lichen, moss, all of them.
Yes, I noticed. He's more like us down here. The rest of you don't hear the moss, do you?
I don't. It's unfortunate. I don't have the skill to.
Well, maybe it will awaken in you someday. Or maybe it won't. Maybe your life will simply be worse than the rest of ours.
Well, that's troubling.
You can't begrudge someone their handicaps, only be accommodating.
Well, hopefully I will learn from Reggie. I mean, we are very good friends, so maybe he'll be able to teach me at some point.
Well, my mushrooms like you. They haven't said anything bad about Reggie yet. Maybe it will. You know, actually, he's going to pat the front of his shirt, and you're going to see him pull open a flap that was concealing a pocket. He's going to say, all right, yes. If you insist. I wasn't going to, but I suppose he's not so bad. And he's going to shuffle towards you and hold out a hand, palm up. In the palm, you can see that there is a small button-headed mushroom.
Oh, what's this little mushroom?
This is Philos. He's a brown cap mushroom. They love exploring.
Oh, very nice.
He has asked that I let him leave the nest and go with you.
Oh, well, hello, Phyllis. Yes, I don't have a problem with that if he wants to join up and travel.
He's very excited to hear that you'll accept him. Keep him safe, and make sure not to water him or give him any sunlight.
All right. Well, I will do that. My messenger bag is quite dark.
That's true. He likes warm and dank, though. I recommend he's going to, like hold up an arm and, like, tug on his shirt. He's like, I sewed pockets into my armpits.
Oh.
It's the perfect spot.
Yeah, I maybe...
Of my shirt, not my skin.
Well, yes, I understand that.
Okay,
but,
you seemed very troubled by this.
My problem is that I wear metal armor, so...
So he'll be protected in there.
I'm afraid that... Well, it's kind of snug to my body. It's not, I just don't want to crush him, in the metal. But, no, I'll see what I can do. If I can't do it, then, someone else in the party, or maybe Reggie, maybe they can do it. But I will certainly give it a try first.
Remind me to tell Reggie about the pit pockets.
Oh yes, very important. I will do so. As soon as we wake up.
Of course. Aren't we awake now?
Well, I am. The rest of the party is.
And I am, and you plus me makes we.
Oh, yes. Okay, when the rest of the party wakes up.
Oh. Alright, that's reasonable. Is it now?
Voice in the sky, how much more time is there?
Like half an hour.
Almost. There's just a little bit longer. Let's not disturb them quite yet.
Alright, Philos, you be a good boy for... He stares at you, like, shamefaced. Derek.
Desmin. Yes. Desmond will reach his hand out to take Philos.
He's going to, like, carefully turn his palm so that the mushroom rolls into yours.
Desmond will delicately, first make sure that it doesn't fall out of his hand, and then delicately, like, bring it back to him.
It's a small brown cap mushroom with a thick stem. As it lies sideways in your palm, you can see the gills under the cap. You note that there seems to be a slight flutter to them, which is not the type of movement you're used to in plants or plant-adjacent things. Especially something that is not rooted to the ground.
We are going to have so much fun, Philos.
I'm sure you will have such sights to show him.
Oh, yes. I hope he'll be astounded when he sees them.
Thank you for accepting Philos into your group.
Oh, you're welcome. The more the merrier.
He likes dead flies.
I see. Do we feed him the dead flies?
Just, leave a dead fly nearby. It'll be gone in a few days.
All right. Is there anything else that I need to be made aware of? Desmin says as he gingerly and carefully tries to pull out a sheet to write down instructions on how to take care of Philos.
He likes stories of daring do.
Daring do.
DERRINGDO.
Oh, okay. I'll need to look that up for stories. I don't know any off the top of my head.
Oh.
But maybe somebody else in the party does.
Oh, good. All right.
All right, so dead flies and stories of daring do.
I never...
And pit pockets.
And pit pockets, yes.
All right. He gets this written down on his sheet. Still holding Philos.
He's going to nod, seeming, both appreciative and hopeful for this mushroom's new life. And then he's going to return to his corner. And from there, he's going to whisper, "Thank you for keeping me company."
You're welcome. Thank you for your hospitality.
Yes. It seemed too many people to leave to Jerry's hunger for me to sit with on my conscience.
Thank you. You're a good person.
He's going to fall into an uneasy silence, sort of staring into the middle distance as you say this. He says, "I don't think a surfer has ever said that about a drow.
Well,
And I don't think Lolth would say it of me either. But maybe those are both good things. I've done something interesting. Either way, I am pleased that you are all safe and interesting. Safe and interesting.
thank you. At this time, is it close to being time to go everyone awake?
Yeah.
Okay. Is the pot that has been used to help clean himself still there, filled with its contents?
Yup, it is.
All right, Desmond's going to go grab it.
he's gonna he was kind of in a reverie, and then you're gonna move past him. He's gonna look over, and you're gonna pick up. He's like, "Oh, be careful with that. It's quite foul."
Oh, yes, I am well aware. Don't worry. It's not for me.
I hope it's not for anyone.
Oh, it is for someone.
Uh-oh.
But it's okay. They'll live.
He says nothing, only watches you.
Desmond is going to go and walk over to Morgan. And right as he says, "Good morning, everyone," he is going to dump the contents onto Morgan's head.
Reggie's just. God, my mouth was open and everything. What the fuck?
Do I get a chance to reflex that?
You were asleep. No. You get a dilute version of what you did to him dumped on your face. Though it is mixed with water that was definitely not made for drinking, so you find that you are sputtering and smelling not great.
Morgan, I hope you had good dreams.
Does this count as an attack? Can I Eldritch Blast? Or like, Hellish Rebuke?
Eldritch Rebuke him, you mean?
Yes.
I think that you don't have your reaction when you are surprised by
Dang it.
a pot of that.
That's just a pot of
That's what the label says.
pots of
Desmond's just going to be like, "We're even now."
Reggie, very clearly not breathing through his nose, is just. Can I? This is a very small enclosed space for this. Can I please prestidigitation this?
Yes, you can.
His eyes are watering.
The drow is now, rubbing his chin thoughtfully, and he says, "I need the young lady to know that I did not prank her."
Flip him off.
I don't know what that gesture means, but it feels rude.
Desmond will walk back over and give him the pot, or at least put it down by him. And, yeah, he'll tell Reggie that, go ahead and prestidigitate because it smells awful.
He's gonna wave his middle finger around. He's like, "Either you're trying to give me the Underdark sign language for rice or sex," and he does two similar gestures to flipping somebody off, but they're both different in their own ways. He's like, you need to practice that one." "Do they do rice for breakfast?" he says, swishing his middle finger back and forth in the.
Right now she's not opening her mouth to avoid it getting in there, so she's just waiting for Reggie to do something.
It happens.
Yeah, Reggie does. Reggie was waiting for Morrigan's consent to do this, not Desmond's.
She has very expressive eyes.
Yeah.
Reggie does it. It is a surprising number of castings.
"Oh, you're going to have to crack the door. We had to seal it last night."
Was everything okay? Reggie said as he's going over to the door.
"Oh, I mean, everything turned out all right. A couple of displacer beasts came sniffing around. Boy, did they find a smell they didn't like. Can't imagine."
I think Reggie was getting ready to like brush off with it, and he's like, "Wait a minute." and starts prestidigitating like the seal of the door after that comment from.
Yeah, it's
His hand is like right there, and he's like, "Wait a minute."
wait.
Oh.
As you press the digitate, it removes the thing that's creating the foul smell, so it like dries out, becomes brittle, and flakes away more easily. Yeah, the door comes loose easily after you press to digitate it. Yes, that's well, you all are an interesting bunch. I do hope that the rest of your journey back to the surface is quiet and safe.
I hope so too. Your hospitality has been nothing short of lovely, and that full honesty from Reggie.
He kind of stops him a moment. He says, that is gratifying to hear, as I haven't had guests, besides mushrooms, in quite some time. Thank you for being lovely guests. He kind of like, his eyes track over to Desmond and then dart back to you and says, mostly.
Reggie gives him like just a very knowing nod after that like quick glance over it. It's just like, yeah, that's fair.
Oh. Desmond, you're supposed to remind me of something.
Yes, pit pockets.
Pit pockets, that's it. Reggie, pit pockets. Great
pockets.
place to culture mushrooms.
Ah.
Desmond's gonna bring up the little round mushroom, like Philos here.
Yes, Philos will be joining your group. Desmond has welcomed him aboard. Have
I'm
many
glad to
great
hear it.
adventures.
It makes so much sense.
It's the perfect environment. Not for every mushroom, but for many mushrooms.
Unfortunately, my armor does not allow me to make a pit pocket, but I felt like you could.
He's going to lean toward Reggie and said, anybody who doesn't have pit pockets simply hasn't tried hard enough.
He says that he can't make it work, but I'm pretty sure that my wife could figure out a way.
I have great faith in the young lady. Philos will be so happy.
If she can't, I think I know a guy.
Well,
Helpful in hiding daggers.
in any event, we just need to give it a couple minutes here. Jerry should be on his way back by, off to sleep.
Reggie steps away from the door. He was next to it.
You see that Valodel beams at you, and while the smile is still plastered on his face, the whole area begins to shake again as this grinding of stone as a massive creature passes by in the tunnel outside. There we go. Now it's breakfast time.
I think that sounds like a good idea. Reggie, Reggie reaches and like grabs some trail rations and stuff, and is like, "Oh, you meant for him," but also, I mean, like,
He's going to turn toward where that pitcher of foul water had been resting, where you got it from, Desmond. And he's going to look down and says, "Someone's stolen my milk."
Oh, yes, I wonder, who could that be? Because
I guess it's
I saw you
dry
put that
cereal for Valodel today. Like a sociopath.
Poopy belt.
I want to be clear. What he was swearing on things was not poop. It just had the consistency and a smell befitting of
I know, so it's poopy milk.
poopy milk.
When you can't identify it, it has those qualities. Does it really matter?
Did you boil the water first? All right. With that, he seems to ignore your presence as he goes about trying to figure out his own breakfast. And every now and then he'll turn back and see that you're all still there and seem quite surprised, but not say anything. Way too polite for that.
He's done the, well,
There's the door.
starts putting on pajamas,
Yes.
starts doing some dishes, and like,
You gotta slap your thighs as you get out of your chair and say, well, got it.
he like leans over to the menu, like, I said, well. Reggie's gonna be like, Valodel, do you have any interest in coming with us to Volinar, out of away from Jerry?
Well, I'd had a good talk with a few of you last night, and it seemed to me that perhaps in the time that I've been hiding away, politics of the Underdark have shifted, and I was actually thinking I might pay a visit to Umberlight.
It's a great place. Reggie mentions the name of the like tavern or whatever that we got food at because it was, and it like starts like talking about, you know, like naming the guy who like was behind the bar, and it like oh, fantastic guy, and you have to try the, it says the name of one of the dishes.
Well, all right. See, now that's a recommendation. So, I mean, I've never been to Volinar. Is there something you believe that I should do there? Are you looking? I've got my own stuff. I mean, he kind of looks around at the places. Not much keeping me here, I suppose. What's the relationship between Volinar and Umberlight? If things have changed so much, do they talk? Do they fight? Are they friends?
Things seem nice. It was pretty easy to go and get the boat nearish to Volinar to make our way down to Umberlight. I think that's the normal path people go, is the boat until like we mentioned, Rivera. Yeah, but hopefully there's a couple people who seem interested in having in decking Rivera, and they seem scary enough that they can probably do it. So the boat might be safer.
There are some strange folk out there, aren't there?
Yeah.
You know, I know this one Dragonborn. He's been by a few times over the years. You know him.
He's the guy. He was the first one. We saw him fighting a bunch of ropers, and then we had to tell him about. I didn't know the tentacle. I didn't know Rivera's name at the time. I'm glad that I do. I don't know if Resum's going to find it out, but I don't think he needs to know their name before he, makes an attempt. And then there was this other guy who was even scarier, who popped up and seemed very interested. He had a tiger, which doesn't seem like a thing that's normally running around in the Underdark, but, to each their own.
Huh. I don't know why. I don't know that one. But I do know Resin. He's been by a few times during my exile here. Friendly enough fellow, always asking after monsters like Rivera. Insatiable, one might say. Can't figure him out for the life of me. I understand him completely, I think, and that's the problem.
I get it.
So, yeah, I mean, unless there's something of particular interest in Volinar you think that I should involve myself in, I'm thinking I'll relocate, perhaps, to Umberlight.
Oh. When you are in Umberlight, if you ever want to come and visit Volinar, you start asking around in the like tunnel system and ask for Reggie. Somebody will be able to get you over to me, and we'll be able to get together, catch up, and it'll be fantastic. I'll be able to. So I'm working on trying to grow some certain mushrooms in there, and I'm getting better at it.
What's your setup?
Reggie starts going into detail.
Well, see, here's the problem with that. Have you tried? And he starts making suggestions about like how you can filter light better and capture moisture.
It just makes so much sense.
You know, I suppose if there's a good relationship between these two places, and we are closer to the surface now than to Umberlight, it might not be a terrible idea for me to inspect your setup in person, make suggestions. Maybe you've figured out something I don't know.
I would appreciate that.
You can tell he's like talking himself into this. Like,
Yeah.
he wants to go.
It's
to
like,
Umberlight,
maybe if I go with
"Hmm."
these people and not alone from here to Umberlight, I might not die.
All right, let me pack my things, he says, and he walks into the corner, and you hear him shuffling around items on a shelf, and then he turns back around. He says, "Okay, I'm ready." He is holding nothing. Behind him on the shelf has been arranged some items that spell out in mushroom, "Gone fishing."
Wonderful.
So when you say spell out in mushroom, do
Yeah.
you mean that it's spelled with a mushroom or in the language of mushroom?
Yes.
Okay.
You will definitely not regret this decision Reggie has made for you.
Reggie doesn't want this guy to die or just to be like suffering here. This guy is like.
Reggie wants his insights on growing mushrooms.
Also, that Reggie was not thinking about that. Reggie was legitimately like, this guy needs like company, and this is not a good environment for him to be stuck in. And so, like, maybe let's get him out of.
He's been fine for 74 years. Come on.
Yeah, but like that doesn't mean he needs to go for a 75th.
He's gonna, like I said, he gathers nothing after that. He marches to the door and pries the thing off and tosses it aside, clapping his hands with a good effort before he steps out and says, "Well, what are we waiting for? I know the way." He takes off to the left. And after a couple of seconds, you see him go back to the right. He goes, "Nope, that wasn't the way."
Reggie heads out the door. He's like, oh, it like starts fighting. He's like, I'm not the one with the map, actually. Turns back to the spider.
Meanwhile, you hear shuffling going by the door again. He was like, I was right the first time. Spider, you have the map. Are you going to lead the party toward the service?
I'm going to lead us home.
All right. You all begin making your way through the Underdark. Please make stealth check.
Please, no more So, this time.
Wow. Natural 19 on this guy.
Same here. Really, really well tonight.
All right, Desmond. I need you to roll me a d10.
D10.
Yep.
Ooh. I don't know what this is for, so I don't know if I want to use my inspiration.
What'd you get?
A 1.
A 1. All right. You have 1 shriek lizard attached to your boot.
Oh, okay, that's not terrible.
Could have been 10.
So it was good that I only rolled 1. So then it's just like step, step, step.
Remind me, at which level do proficiency bonuses increase?
11? I don't know. I don't pay attention to
Or
that.
11, something like that.
They go up
They
to
haven't yet.
+6 at like 18 or 20 or something. They start off at a 2?
Starts at 2, goes to 3 at level 5.
4 at 10. No, it spells known. Hold on. 4 at 9.
4 at 9.
Yeah, 4
5
at 9.
at 13.
So
And then
next
6
level.
At 17.
6 at 17. Okay.
So it's next level. Good.
Next level.
I was curious if I might have missed it. I was like, no. Okay, good.
Fun stuff.
In that case.
In that case.
Oh no, it's just for what my stealth was.
All right.
Reggie's not doing great compared to everyone else.
There you go.
There we go. Yeah.
There we go.
I rolled a 5 and a 17.
Well, at least that disadvantage is doing work. Yes, you collect yourself a shriek lizard as the group begins to sneak through the Underdark. Reggie's trying to help you get it off. It's not working. It just keeps switching from boot to boot, which means that instead of step, it's
And you may be saying, why is Reggie the one helping when Reggie can't see? Because we don't have the torch out so that we don't attract attention. And that would be a valid question.
It would be. The answer is don't ask.
Well, in the darkness, his hearing is enhanced.
Hold up. Don't we need the torch out so that the guy reading the map can see?
That sounds...
No, he doesn't have dark vision either. So yeah, no, then Reggie can see.
Also,
Being led by the blind.
I think if you want to read stuff that's written on a page, I think you need a light source, since dark vision's just like, yep, that is a flat sheet of paper.
Oh, no, you don't need color to read text on page.
This has been the rule since the last game.
I know, it's one I've always found weird, because like people who are monochromatic colorblind can still read,
Yes.
which is what this effectively makes you when you don't have a light source.
I'm not prepared to change it.
Okay.
I like to think that Reggie and Spider are like both going over the map in the darkness, just like pointing randomly on the map and just like nodding and like just whispering to each other, and then someone brings a light source up and like, oh yeah, we can't go that way.
This map is backwards.
We were looking at the back side of the map.
That's where the secrets are.
Spider is so good at survival. He's just guessing, and he's right.
He still consults the map and then points, and it's just right every time, even though he can't see the map and also can't see the tunnel.
The drow with you is going to be, looking very curiously back as you're trying to deal with the shriek lizard. He just says, I don't understand why it likes you so much.
I don't know. They're just attracted to me for some reason.
You didn't, step in intellect of our guts, did you?
Not that I'm aware of. We did fight some, but...
But you're the only one they're after.
Yes.
What about your shampoo?
Shampoo on my boot?
I mean, I'm just,
I mean, when you wash yourself, it goes down.
Why are you wearing your boots while showering? The boots stay on.
He's a never dude.
On during showers.
He just comes back from washing. He's like, goosh, 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 goosh. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm sure that would be a lovely feeling in the boot.
Several hours pass as you make your way through the tunnels, trying to rid yourself of this very stubborn shriek lizard. Luckily, Spider is a paragon of survival and is not at all distracted by this, and manages to lead you to the surface. Honestly, the drow is he shields his eyes as you come up, as it's during the day. He says, I'm really surprised nothing attacked us.
They were scared away by the lizard.
That's not usually how that works.
If anything is going around in those tunnels making that much noise, it's got to be dangerous,
Do they have dinner bells where you come from?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what these are.
Mm. Well, it's breakfast, though.
Does any of you pray to Avandra?
Every day.
All right, well... She loves you.
I'll make sure to stop by the temple. I think we owe her.
Yes, I
we
think
can bring the
lizard. You come out of a set of caves, sloping up toward the surface. You find that it's part of this foothill type area. Low rises in the ground with rents in it as the grass thins out to craggy stone, these caverns into the rock. You come out on a particularly sunny day, and the drow immediately pulls the back of his shirt up over his head to shield himself a bit from the sun, which only exposes his back to it, which you see kind of turns a bit red, like he's getting an instant sunburn. He says, all right, I have seen the surface, and it sucks. Oh, look, can we go over there? He points out over the field, and you can see in the direction that he's pointing, first off, very far in the distance, the scattered, dark, blocky shadows covering the ground next to the coastline, which you recognize, even at this distance, to very likely be Volinar. Day's walk that way. But between you and Volinar, you see what he's actually indicating is a large circular, like, disc of storm cloud that has gathered, perhaps a kilometer or two away. So, half an hour's walk. That seems to be casting a deep shadow over the ground, and you don't hear anything yet, but you can see the arcs of lightning between the clouds on an otherwise sunny, clear day.
I don't know that clouds are supposed to do that.
They cast shadows, right?
Yes.
Then I vote shadow. Well, then he puts up he lets go of one side of his shirt and it slides back onto his shoulder as he raises. He says, all in favor?
It is in the direction of Volinar?
Yeah, it's roughly between you and Volinar.
It was very close.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose we could head in that direction, yeah.
All right.
It is on the way to Volinar.
Yes! He throws his hands up and his shirt sags back onto him. Normally he goes, ha! He pulls it back over his head.
Vulcan will reach inside his chest and pull out an umbrella, hand it to him.
Oh, thank you. He places it point down to the ground. I didn't know I needed a walking stick. Very kind of you.
You're welcome.
He continues on with his walking stick and holding his shirt up over his head.
I'm sure he'll figure it out eventually.
I do think Reggie's gonna be like, wait a minute, that's even better than a walking stick.
Oh?
And it goes and...
Does it contain a sword?
I mean, it might. He turns to Vulcan as he says that. Either way, if it does contain a sword, that's not the point. That's not the fun thing. Watch this. And
sword has
the point.
Opens the parasol.
Oh! Wait. He's going to, reach for it. Is this for scooping water? Or can I use it as a personal cloud?
Personal cloud.
I love it. What do you call it?
It's called an umbrella.
I was gonna say Charles.
Did you get it from Umbrellite?
Huh. Never realized that.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah, what I said was also in character. Obviously, I did make that connection myself, but Morgan didn't.
What kind of cock his head? I got it from Elazon.
I don't know what that is, but tell them thank you.
Okay,
On my behalf.
I will do that next time I'm there.
Guess we have to put you back on the surface now. Do I have a surface map? Any event,
Yeah, I would grab a hold of Spider. The orphanage. Where is it?
Wrong map.
Need to get there quick.
Alright. So, you begin walking toward Volinar. You've given him this personal cloud, but he does still seem to be veering toward this storm cloud. Which is, again, not really out of your way, but it is avoidable.
Yeah, in case you missed it, Morgan asked Spider to lead the way to the orphanage.
I know, but the orphanage is in Volinar.
Ah, okay.
So, you're going to either let him go to the storm cloud, or somehow convince him not to, but you will end up in Volinar either way. So, the only question is, are you going to try and convince him not to go to the thunder cloud, which is, again, this oddly singular spot in miles of open field and sunny day, or are you going to check out this weirdly isolated thunderstorm.
Can I roll Arcana?
Yes.
That's a 20. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. It is very likely, given the condition of the day, the weather of the day, that this is a magically created cloud. And given that it is a thunderstorm on an otherwise sunny day, you can guess that it may be called lightning.
Yeah, someone definitely created that via magic. I think maybe call lightning. Not sure we should.
That we should avoid, or is that?
It seems like an unnecessary risk.
It's
I say we go around.
It's on the way, and it's a place without sun. And also, he, is straining to see through the sunny day. Is there some weird black thing in the middle of the storm?
Is there?
Yeah.
Only we had a spyglass.
Does somebody have a spyglass?
No, Vendar did.
Vendar did.
Vulcan will open his chest and pull out a spyglass.
Is it Vendar's spyglass? With all of...
It is for spyglass.
Question. Oh, where's Serena?
Oh, yeah. No, you're right. Where is Serena? Sorry about that. She's supposed to be here. She gets to be...
Just make sure that wasn't like a subtle thing that we were...
We just left without her.
Yep.
Just gone.
It's fine. She's fine. She stayed in the Underdark. She's happier there.
I highly doubt that.
And all these mushrooms. There's a party.
She gets a +1.
And now Valodel is not using his invitation.
She'd, gone to the bathroom while you guys are picking up and taking off, and she comes back. She's like, hello? Why are there mushrooms arranged strangely on this shelf?
Why are the mushrooms fishing? What do they
Turns out the
fish
Syrian
for?
mushroom is holding a fishing rod. Mushroom-sized.
Right. So, you pull out the spyglass, Vulcan, and bring it up to your eye and look through. And despite the shadows and the flashes of light making it a little hard to tell, you can clearly see that there is a tall structure in the midst of the storm, and you recognize it as the spyglass gives you detail that might be hidden. You can trust that he can't see as well as you even without the spyglass just due to his sunlight allergy. But with the spyglass, you can make out fine details, and you recognize that this is a lightning rod in the middle of a artificial lightning storm.
There's a lightning rod.
Testing.
Seems someone was trying to generate power. Now I'm more interested. Let's go.
Oh.
I'm hungry.
Now the risk is worth it. All right, well, I'm not going to complain. I was given a giant ladle.
Then perhaps some of us should split off and deal with our original job.
It's still a pretty far walk to Volinar.
The storm is very much on your way to Volinar. It is simply avoidable. And Volinar is still a day's walk away anyway around it. So as long as there's no reason to stay wherever this storm is, why ever it's there, for the rest of the day, then it shouldn't impact your ability to do the job, to stop and see what's going on.
I'm just more concerned about whatever complications might arise there, affecting, leading to our typical scuffles. That's just more risk than I particularly want to deal with when we have someone we are taking places.
Serena's going to say, that's the lightning rod you told me about, that Nalia came up with?
One of them.
She's kind of looking to Twilight and looking a little embarrassed as she says, I am interested in seeing it. If it's on the way.
Twilight's just going to shrug at this point, somewhat exasperatedly, but like, while she doesn't say anything, it's pretty clear from her body language just like, well, it's your neck. Risk it if you want.
She's going to put a hand on Twilight's arm and say, I do trust that you can protect me. And she's going to, hold up the couple of items she's been given. I have some ability to protect myself, too.
Besides, you like the dark.
But she's going to point back at the lightning rod. She's going to say, that's one that's far away from anyone who might be able to figure out who I am. It might be the best chance I have to study some of Nalia's work before I might be thrust back into her presence again. It would mean a lot to me if I could have a chance to, I guess I would use the word acclimate. I'm not trying to put you out, Twilight, but she looks past the storm to the city, just says, I think the small distraction would be good for me.
I will gesture and lead the way.
She's going to, squeeze your arm where she'd been resting her hand and say, thank you. She seems excited. Which is a significant improvement over how she's seemed the last couple days, but she has been slowly getting better. Now that she's in the sunlight, she almost seems a different person.
Is it the sunburn?
Yeah, it's the sunburn. So, you begin crossing the distance to the lightning rod. It takes you roughly half an hour, 40 minutes to get there. Over the 2 kilometers, moving at a good pace. And as you approach, you find that it is a very lightly wooded area. There aren't that many, you can see some farmhouses kind of distant from it, and there's nobody, any farmhands, any people working those places are, well out of earshot, if they're paying attention to what's going on, but you also know the area's shrouded, by this, thunderstorm, and the umbrella that you've given to Valodel, becomes very handy as the rain starts bouncing off of it and spraying the rest of the party. And he holding it, tight, looks up and laughs and says, my personal cloud is now the opposite of a cloud.
Yes, that is actually the purpose of it.
To stop
To
rain.
stop rain. Yes. It also provides shade.
He says, pointing at you and looking like he's come to a realization. He says, we don't have rain in the Underdark, which is probably why we don't need these. No rain and no sun.
Yes, they would not have much purpose in the Underdark.
Well,
I'm going to turn to Vulcan. Do you rust?
No?
Oh, good.
that would be very unfortunate. There's a lot of copper
It
in
would.
your construction. That might be why.
Doesn't copper oxidize?
Copper oxidizes.
It doesn't rust.
No. But
Well, I
like-
mean, that is technically the definition of rusting.
Yeah, but like rust, you're talking about when iron
Water.
rusts, it degrades in quality.
Yeah.
Copper rusting really just,
It's more like aluminum, where it's just forming a shell.
yeah.
it turns green.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when Vulcan ages, will it turn green?
Roll Arcana.
I think Morgan is gonna believe that he will.
Okay. Yeah, so he will
Not-
definitely
that's
turn
an
green.
8.
An 8.
Yeah, it's an 8.
Yeah, he's gonna be so green when he's old.
I think his old parts will turn green. I don't think he will.
He does like to replace his parts frequently.
It's true, he does do that.
So he's like the ship of Theseus.
Yeah, he is. But more importantly, Vulcan, you know that the particular brand of copper that you're built from is the draconic copper, which is not quite the same as normal copper. Specific alloy.
I will inform her of the difference.
You know that this has been, it's the primary material used in creating things like the elemental grenades, because of its ability to channel magic and protect itself from the effects of that magic.
Yes, that makes a lot of sense.
So, you move under the thunder cloud, the thunderhead. You are...
Under the thunder.
And the lightning and the thunder? Lightning and the thunder? Anyway, you move under this thunderhead, and you are, of course, as you've been approaching it, the waves of sound from the thunder have been rolling over the party. But being here underneath as lightning strikes with regularity, you find that it is, loud, distracting. You sometimes feel you need to cover your ears because of how close this is. And the lightning strikes are frequent. And they are primarily striking the lightning rod. And you make your way across the field and through the low scrub brush and past some copses of trees until you can make out the base of this lightning rod, where you can see the shadowy form of a single person.
We are at time, by the way.
I know. I just wanted to end with this.
Just as long as you know.
I do. So, I will only ask. You only see the shadowy form of a single person there. Do you wish to approach them?
I'll go where the lady goes.
Vulcan would, but first he would cast Disguise Self to
Alright.
make him look like a tabaxi.
A tabaxi. The tabaxi form that you have, is it just like a random tabaxi, or does it look kind of like your mother?
That looks kind of like your mother. My mother.
My mother?
Your mother.
My mother. Vulcan's mother.
You mean one thing and say your mother? Alright. Very well. You disguise yourself as a tabaxi. It's basically a masculine version of Lynn, I take it.
You disguise yourself as your mother.
Yo mama. And the party approaches the tower as lightning continues to strike. You can see that this person is standing at the base, kind of looking up at it, and they seem to be making notation on a tablet in their hand. They have...
Tristan,
Yes?
before you continue,
Yes.
Desmin would cast Death Ward on Serena again.
Ah, very good. Serena has a new Death Ward, freshly cast.
Before we approach this shadowy person.
Very fair, very fair, very fair. Alright, she has Death Ward on her. And this person, as you get closer, you recognize as being of the halfling race. Their back is to you. They're of short stature, as most halflings, so they do seem tall for a halfling.
Lucky bastard.
They're a couple inches taller than Reggie.
No, Reggie's short for a halfling.
Oh, they're several inches taller than Reggie.
He's like a foot taller than Reggie. Reggie's like, the things I would do.
How's the weather up there?
Halflings asking each other that.
So how tall is Reggie exactly?
I think what do I have it written in here? I don't have it written there. I think. Yeah. I'll figure it out and put it in the channel
All right.
as I find the page that I have it written on. I think I found it. He is 211,
Ah,
and right now, because of the rain, he's 50 pounds.
He's an inch shorter than Jebel. Jebel was only 3 foot.
It was just the stark difference between Reggie and Vulcan, who is 6'7".
Yeah. Bumps up to your knee.
It's like perfect throwing size.
If only I was stronger.
The halfling taking these notes and seems to be studying the effects of the lightning on the lightning rod, and is very much engrossed in this work as the group approaches from behind him. He does not seem to take notice, especially as the thunder rolls around him. The noise of your approach is decently well covered, but add to that the fact that he's very distracted. He does not turn to face you as you approach.
Vulcan, also very distracted, will walk up next to him and just kind of look at, examining the killer. Won't say anything to him, just walk up right next to him.
You see that he's etching notes on a tablet that is not paper, so that it's not harmed by the rain. You can see that these are numbers that he's marking down. He seems to be taking note of the how many and where, and like changes in coloration of the metals that make up the lightning rod as lightning strikes it, and like he seems to be running tests. And he's just completely engrossed in this. And before he finally says, I think there are some improvements we can make, to himself, seemingly.
It's very interesting.
Yes. It'll take some time, but... And he stops. And he's tapping the stylus against the tablet. And he slowly turns to look up and up the tabaxi. And he squints up at you, and you kind of feel like you see, like, almost recognition, like he thinks he knows you. But then you see his eyes kind of go wide, and he looks over, and he sees the rest of the party approaching from that way. He says, "Oh, guests, I see. Well, hello. I'm Jobble." And we're gonna end it there.
Jobble.
Jobble's evil twin brother.
Who's a halfling.
Who's a halfling.
Evil cousin.
So yes, thank you all for being here. Hopefully you're having a good time, and we will see you next time on Desmond's Creek. Bye, stream.
Goodbye.
Bye, stream.